Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. We're here to talk about Ring of Honor. So, where do I begin? I, once again, as I always say, I am spreading the gospel of pro wrestling, and I just want to encourage people to watch. However, next week will be the 100th episode of Ring of Honor, since Tony Khan has purchased Ring of Honor, and there's been some good times, and there's been some not so great times. Now, for me, I have to say this episode here, it was like, I don't know, an hour, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, who's counting? And I felt like this is one of those episodes where it's like, not much is going on here. It's just matches. Just take what we give you. It gave a vibe as in, okay, who all back here? Put the boots on and we'll see what we can do with you. It kind of felt like that. And I really do feel like I wish I could just put Tony Khan aside and just be like, this is where you're messing up at with this. And to be honest, if someone had told me I was going to make it to 100 episodes, I'd probably say, are you sure? Do you think that will happen? But here we are. We're going to make it to 100 episodes next week. But we are still going through a lot of the same issues where this is a weekly show. You want people to watch this. You want people to pay monthly for this. And honestly, I don't really see the payoff. There are hardly any stories. There are... It's sometimes it just feels like we're just putting matches just to put matches. I appreciate when they bring local talent, and sometimes I feel like that should help, and a lot of times it doesn't help, and it's just like I don't understand what the direction is. And if me, who reviews this on a weekly basis and the pay-per-views and watch and go to the shows, and I'm still questioning after 100 episodes what the hell is going on, there is a problem, because there's just no clear direction with Ring of Honor. It's just a wrestling show. There's going to be wrestling. There may be a story or two to tell, maybe, and that's pretty much it. We did start off with QT Marshall, who's supposed to be having a match with Commander tonight for the Ring of Honor TV Championship. And for whatever reason, he just comes on and postponed the thing and says, so at some other time they'll end up having their match, which was very interesting. I don't know if he couldn't make it or whatever the situation was, they had to postpone the match. I won't necessarily say that I was looking forward to this or anything, but I thought it would have been interesting to see what he was going to be able to offer in a championship match with Commander. Now, instead, we do get Commander teaming up with Shibata and the Outrunners versus local talent, which felt a little strange to me because I was like, where did this little team come from? It felt very much, all right, where are the baby faces at? We'll get y'all together. Y'all go against local talent. Aside from the Outrunners, who are an actual team having really great chemistry with each other, it just felt like this was just thrown on. And this is like no shade towards the wrestler or whatever, any of these wrestlers. It just feels like I wish there was something going into this to make it feel like something that I would actually want to watch. I didn't feel like it was necessarily a strong way to open the show, but it was great to see Shibata. Y'all know I love me Shibata. Man, that man is just, oh Lord. So other than that, there really wasn't much of a payoff here. We do know that the Outrunners will be in the 8-man tag with a whole bunch of rated FTR and them or whatever on Collision on Saturday. So I guess this is a little warm up for them before they get in the ring in the 12-man tag match. Did I say 12-man? Yeah, 12-man tag match on Collision. Honestly, bored. Now, y'all know me. I love Beast Muertos. Beast Muertos is just the beast of my dreams, the man of my dream, whatever you identify as. I love this man. He went against Tony Nese. Tony Nese is a beautiful man, probably one of the best physiques in pro wrestling, absolutely. And I think this is like, I would honestly say this was the best match from top to bottom. I did actually think that their chemistry was not bad. You know, you're going to have shenanigans with the premier athletes ringside getting involved. And yes, they do get involved to the point that a referee was just like, you know what, I'm tired of all this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all distracting me. I'm trying to do my damn job. And from there, it was easier for Beast Muertos to end up taking the win. I would say it was a little different to see Beast Muertos not necessarily dominating in this match. Tony Nese did look pretty good in front of with him in this match, and obviously with him having help with the other group members. Beast Muertos was slightly weakened, a little more than usual. I'm hoping things bounce back up for Beast Muertos. He was part of LFI. I don't know what the hell happened with that. Beast Muertos is typically on Ring of Honor quite a bit, and he does AEW, but since the Continental Classic, we haven't seen him as much, so I'm interested to see where they're going to go from here. This match is probably maybe the only match I would say sit through, because it wasn't so bad. Now after this, we do have Blake Christian. Oh, Blake, Lord have mercy, Blake. When I say that I love heels, and I want to give an example of a great heel, Blake is it. Blake is definitely it. Every once in a while, they have him on the show. He comes on, do what he does, and then we don't see him for a few months, and then he come back. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes that's just how it is. Now, he goes against Parker Lee. Parker Lee, I believe, is also local talent. The crowd was really cheering for him. I just follow him on Instagram because I did like what I saw in the ring. But Blake, this was for him. This is definitely his win. And usually when Blake is around, he'll take a lot of the wins up until this the point to go for a title. So then obviously there's no titles for him, but he ends up doing a pretty good job with Parker Lee. But this is one of those things where Parker Lee is being cheered because he's local talent. Blake, the obvious heel in the situation, but the crowd also, you can see throughout the show, there's a disconnect with the crowd and whatever's going on in the ring, because everything just kind of feels and look thrown together, and I don't think that the crowd even understand what the hell is going on, especially me, who's watching every week. I don't even know what the hell is going on. Blake Christian ends up taking the win, but to feel the energy from the crowd throughout this episode, it kind of felt like, hey, we just stuck around after Collision and we're watching whatever comes on next, and Tony Khan, I don't think that's a good thing. After this, we do have a Proving Grounds match for the Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship. Angelica Riss. Oh, she is so pretty. I love me some Angelica. I love when she comes onto the show. I would actually like to see her more often. I don't feel like we're getting enough with the ladies when it comes to Ring of Honor as of late. Last year when they introduced the TV title, they had a tournament and everything, and it felt like we were seeing a lot more of the girls. We saw a lot more work with the girls. Everybody seemed motivated around that time when they introduced that new title, and now it's just like, oh, where are the girls? And that's another thing that's been bothering me. It's just that we're seeing the same girls on AEW. Ring of Honor lately is just like, where everybody at? I don't know what that's all about. Tony Khan, fix it. Obviously this is a Proving Grounds match. You have the last 10 minutes, or you can pin or submit the champion. If you do, you get an opportunity to go for the title at a later date. Angelica tried her best, but our girl, Red Velvet, has been super aggressive since she's turned heel. And this is what I had asked for a few months ago after she won the title. I was just like, well, you don't have to turn heel, but if you're a little bit more aggressive in that ring, making sure that you retain your title every time you get in there, then I think it would be a better look for her. So it was one of those things where they end up turning her heel, and I think it just, that heel energy looks good on her. She also good, but that heel energy is absolutely working for her. You can see the improvement with her in the ring. This was on the shorter side, and if it was a little bit longer, I think it would have been definitely one of the best match of the night. We do got to give these girls a little bit more time. This is the only women's match on the whole show. For whatever reason, I just don't understand what the issue is when it comes to women's wrestling. Why are they getting less and less time on TV? No clue. Now, we do get a classic match, which was like maybe from 2 years ago. Mark Briscoe versus Slim J. Slim J, we miss Slim J, man. Slim J, when you think of Ring of Honor, you do think of Slim J, and he ended up getting released, I want to say it was last year. I don't know why, but hey, that's what ended up happening. It was a pretty good match. Didn't take too long as usual, and then here was the main event. For whatever reason, this one also felt a little thrown together too. Shane Taylor teaming up with Lee Moriarty, who's already in his group, and they're teaming up with EJ and Lee Johnson. For me, I was just like, okay, why are we doing this? You already have 4 people in your group. I guess because EJ and Lee Johnson are now heels, I guess they might as well team up with the other heels in the company, whatever. And then we also have Dark Order teaming up with Serpentico and Boulder from Iron Savages, which also felt random too. Matter of fact, Boulder been doing singles action and he's been teaming up with other people. I'm hoping that his other teammates are not injured, so I hope that's not the case. So, hopefully everyone's alright. This also felt a little thrown together. And at first, I think it took a little bit of time to get people to get in the groove of things. Serpentico was really in this match longer than any one of his teammates for whatever reason. And to see him just going at it with Shane Taylor should have squished him like a bug and it should have been done and over with. But it didn't end up happening. We do have our boys, the infantry. They look like they're going to rob people that are ringside and they're cheering on, obviously, STP. And the energy of the match didn't actually pick up till like midway and things got really interesting. And I was like, oh, let me sit my black ass up. It's getting good. I didn't get it. I didn't get why we just throwing people together and just doing shit just to do it. I wish things made a little bit more sense in terms of why we're just putting people together. We need more time for stories to be told. This is, once again, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record. Tony Khan should definitely look for a residency, and it doesn't even need to be long term. Y'all can literally just go somewhere, wherever y'all going. Let's say y'all going Atlanta. Y'all going to Atlanta in a few weeks. Y'all find a venue somewhere in Atlanta, a nice small little venue where you get a nice crowd and just tape shit for the whole fucking day, and maybe even another day too. And then you take that and y'all put things together in terms of the matches. Y'all could be filming vignettes backstage. Y'all could be filming vignettes at somebody's fucking living room or something. Give people something to want to watch. I just feel like it's not enough getting into these shows. Not enough they're giving, in my opinion. Now, we, obviously, Shane Taylor and them, they won. And I get it. And I think that was the right choice. But at the end of the day, you're just like, oh, okay, what else? And then the show was over after like an hour and 10 minutes or so. Which, you know what? Every episode is a different length. And honestly, if y'all could just stick to a specific time and fill in the gaps with y'all filming shit in between matches and stuff, that would be really, really nice. Now, they did give an update on Athena. And once again, this was her last match that she had with Tekla. And it was a pretty great match. And she ended up winning. So I found that very interesting how they only discuss Athena's time in Japan where she won. And not the time where she actually lost a match. And how that ended up having her go against Tekla to begin with. This was an opportunity for them to actually say, all right, Athena's been in Japan, this and this and this happened. And they would have had some time to actually put on the show a good, I don't know, 15 minutes or so of everything that she's been through, clips from some of these matches that she had in Japan. And they did nothing of that. They did nothing of that. A little 60-second update on what Athena's been up to. And honestly, it's just, for people who's not watching what's going on outside of AEW Ring of Honor, you're just not going to get the whole story. And that was an opportunity for them to give a much better update. Show some clips from the fucking matches. Tell the truth about her actually taking the L over there. And let people just know that, hey, even if she lost, like, you're not making your champion look weak because she lost. There's very talented girls in Japan. There's very talented girls who are coming over from other promotion wrestling over there, and she lost. Does this have anything to do with how she is as a champion? Not really. So if you guys told the truth, instead of trying to mislead people about what's going on, I think people will still appreciate what Athena's been doing and be happy for her any damn way. You guys, I am a little frustrated, but I'm still here. I'm still here and dedicated to, like I said, doing these reviews. And hopefully one day Tony Khan somehow gonna run into one of my videos and be like, you know what? She's right. Let me give her a call. Tony Khan, you won't regret it if you do. You guys, I appreciate y'all watching my review. I will be back on Saturday with a review on Collision. I'll see you guys then. Bye.